I'm concerned about the burden of Alan caring for Betty at home. He's very supportive, but he's also quite frail.
Yeah, I agree. Alan is 79 and he has his own medical problems to worry about. Jane, do you have any thoughts on that?
What's Betty's home situation like?
She lives in a 2-bedroom unit on the ground floor, but there are a lot of neighbours who support them.
Alan and Betty's daughter Cheryl, she lives locally, she's very supportive. She drops in all the time with her 2 little boys.
Are there any community services going in?
No, not at the moment. I have offered to arrange for help with the cleaning and the shopping, and I've also explained respite care options, to help give Alan a break, but they're pretty keen to cope on their own.
Yeah, and it's pretty understandable, isn't it? What about Cheryl? You said that she lives locally. How involved is she?
She's a single mum. She's got 2 young kids and she works 3 days a week, so she's a very busy woman. But I'm meeting her at the house later in the week, so I can see how she's going and let you know.
That'll be great. I'm really keen to do an OT function and an ADL assessment in the home. And could we maybe do that as a joint visit with the community palliative care? And that way I can give them some advice about how to deal with lethargy. Has Betty been referred to the community palliative care?
Yeah, I referred Betty a few weeks ago, and Sue, one of the nurses, has been in to see them and meet with them in preparation for when the disease progresses. But we've discussed that and agreed that at this stage we don't really require a lot of input from them. I'm just going to keep Sue up to date with our meetings. But you can organise to meet with her back at the house if you want to.
Okay, well I'll give Sue a call and make it a time when Alan and Cheryl can be there as well. And then that way I can show them both some strategies to help them deal with caregiving tasks and make it a little bit easier for them.
Anna, how is Betty doing from a nutritional point of view?
Oh, she's been managing her diet really well ever since she's been diagnosed. So I've spoken to her about the different food types, about the relevance of protein and potassium in her diet, and she seems to be taking all that on board. The only thing is her serum phosphate levels. They are a bit higher than they used to be, so that's a bit of a concern for me.
Well, I'll organise to get her bloods checked regularly and I'll keep you updated with the results. I mean, we may need to put her on a phosphate binder if her phosphates rise too much and she becomes symptomatic.
Yeah, Betty did ask me what will happen once her kidney function gets worse. So I've given her as much information as possible, including the food types that she would have to stop eating and drinking. She seems to be okay with that. I've also given her resources on how to deal with the nausea, the headache, the itchiness, and the tiredness. Oh, I've also given Alan and Cheryl some new recipes, so hopefully they'll take their mind off things for a little bit.
That's good, Anna. It sounds like you've covered everything. Well, given the change to Betty's situation and our plan to coordinate care to support her home death, let's review Betty again next week and share our assessments. There's a lot going on for them in the next few weeks, so please contact Leanne or I if any of you have any concerns. Okay?
Are there any more comments, questions?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll give Betty's GP a call tomorrow and just update him on what we've discussed in this meeting today. He's been really involved in Betty's care and wants to be kept in the loop. So just to prioritise then from today's meeting, the important things about Betty's symptoms are her oedematous legs, her shortness of breath, her lethargy, hypertension,